Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Gay Let's Play Dragon Age 2. In our last episode, we ended up helping Fenris out with his companion quest. Ended up meeting Hadriana, who apparently was the pupil of his master, and we ended up rescuing / hiring a new, I guess, maid for our estate, and found out that Fenris might have a sister. Hadriana could have been lying, but, you know, the fact that he might have one, I don't think Fenris should completely ignore it, and I don't think that Clive believes that he should ignore it either. So, oh, Aveline, what are you doing here?
Did you ever run the wilds, boy? Kirkwall is no city for a breed used to open spaces. Nice as your estate is, it's not healthy for a Mabari to be cooped up. May I take him to the barracks time to time? He could help train my guards.
Actually, that's a pretty good idea.
Good idea. He'll put the fear of dog into them.
Good. I think it's time they face down a good old Mabari charge. How about it, boy? Want to chew on some recruits?
He seems to like that a lot. Oh, go get him, Steve. Alright. Yeah, we've got a lot of stuff that I need to sell. I might do this off camera, so you don't have to worry about it. Hey, Mom, anything new?
An elven slave? Maker's breath, I hope you know what you're doing.
Mom, she's not a slave. Mom, like, I don't know if that's a bug. I don't know if the game doesn't understand that, at least that Liliandra doesn't understand that she's not a slave, or what. But no, she's not a slave, Mom. Why would my mom think that I brought a slave?
Anders' manifesto. This thing turns up everywhere. Didn't Fenris say all Tevinter wine is made from the blood and tears of slaves?
Yeah, I think I already checked all this.
I hope he was exaggerating.
Do I want to put any of this in? Let's put this into the storage for the time being. Freedom's Promise. Wow. Ooh. Hood's Message to the King. Adder of Antiva. Longbow of the Avars. Okay. So, wow. Any of these could be given to Sebastian. Yeah, I mean, it's between the Hood's Message to the King and the Longbow of the Avars. Humans versus undead. That's the big question. But, anyway. Dogs of War, we can put this away. Let's just put these guys away for now. Alor's Crook I'm keeping. This is Sebastian's armor when he turns 17. He's not 17 yet. We can put this stuff away, too. Until people are of the appropriate level. Yeah. Veil. Okay. And Renegade's Coat, Threads of the Eastern Seas, Grafted Spirit Hide, Modified Issues. Okay. We can put the Blood Dragon stuff away. And there's all this stuff. I don't know if we're gonna keep these, but we're gonna sell a bunch of things when we have the opportunity. Alright. See ya, guys. What do I want to do? Let's bring Aveline and Sebastian. Let's bring back Sebastian and Izzy. Let's go back to Anders' clinic. Did we get, Anders might like the Tevinter Chantry Amulet. Speak to him about it in his home in Darktown. Yeah, we got this Tevinter Chantry Amulet in the last mission. So, oh gosh, wow, we got a lot of people leveling up. Let's do that really quickly before we go talk to Anders. Aveline, your hit points are decent. Your willpower might need to go up a bit. Your defense is terrible. Let's bring up willpower, strength, and cunning. One of each. Yeah, why not? Indomitable. Through sheer force of will, Aveline refuses to be knocked off her feet or stunned. Attacks that would normally set her flying or distract her, with lengthy elemental effects like major... Oh yeah, I already read this. So do you want bodyguard or indomitable? Let's get bodyguard. Shields a targeted member taking damage to his or her on his or her behalf. So, before I forget, let's say we have an ally whose health is like less than 50%. Usability. Oh, what do I want? What did I just get? Bodyguard? It was bodyguard, wasn't it? Angel Arts. Focus. Yeah, bodyguard. Aveline shields a targeted party member taking damage on his or her behalf. So, does she not... usability. Oh, I guess you activate a mode. Yeah. No, I don't want to use activate... No, go back. Activate a mode. Bodyguard. There we go. Okay. Let's move this. Yeah, let's move this upward. Okay. And Sebastian, your constitution needs to go up a lot. Seb, your defense. Ooh, your defense is going up, way up, if I increase your cunning. Maybe I should increase your cunning instead of your constitution. For now. Yeah. Going from 9 to 20% is not something to sneeze at. And... debilitating arrow. Sebastian's wounding arrow now draws power from the effects of a righteous chain. It further decreases enemy damage resistance. Enemy damage resistance minus 2% per shot in a previous chain. Nice. Yeah. Very good. And then finally we've got Isabella. And Izzy needs... how's her cunning? 63% defense, that's good. Willpower. 2 in willpower and 1 in constitution. Yeah. Below the waterline, Isabella's mocking demeanor erodes her opponent's confidence. Enemy defense minus 50%, duration 20 seconds. Sure. Okay. Sounds good. Let's go talk to Andy. Hey, Andy.
I brought you something. It's shiny and subversive. I thought you'd like it.
I don't understand. You got me a gift. Is there some... free March's holiday I'm not aware of?
No, Anders.
Is it a... That's a Tevinter Chantry amulet. Do you want me to get executed?
No.
It's sacrilege to wear those in any land under the Divine.
That's not why I gave it to you, Andy.
The Divine condemned their chantry because it freed mages from the Circle. I thought you might sympathize.
I like it. Maybe not on the outside of my clothes. I'm not that eager to face the hangman's noose. But I appreciate the thought. I've never really thought about what life would be like in the Tevinter Chantry. In the Circle, they make it sound like the Void itself. The Black Divine stalking Thedas, making it unsafe for kittens and virgins.
Those kittens and virgins will just have to find a nice strong mage to protect them.
From what I hear about the Tevinters, that's the last thing they'd want. The virgins, anyway. I've never heard about any horrific kitten rituals. I appreciate the gift. Perhaps one day I can return one as meaningful.
Aw. That's sweet. And Anders is almost at full rivalry, which is good. Oh, that's very sweet. Okay. Well, good. They're making up. I mean, Clive is, as much as he hate to admit it, he is smitten by Anders. I mean, I think he's got that. He does like Anders. They don't see eye to eye, but something about that makes Clive want him more in a twisted sort of way. I think he admires Anders' passion, even though he feels a lot of that passion is rooted from justice inside of him. But, you know, Clive gave him that gift because he does like candy. Alright. So, let's... what do we guys want to do? I kind of want to go through the main plot. Let's do the black powder courtesy. I mean, there's a lot of other things that we could be doing, but I think the black powder courtesy is probably a good next quest to accomplish. Alright.
Kunari don't never get sick. Maybe give him a turn in the keep.
Okay. Let's go this way. Here we are. Yes. Black powder courtesy. We might as well search the...
Look at all the elves.
Oh, let's chat with his Canary.
You are Hawke. A patrol went missing along the Wounded Coast. The Arishok says you have some semblance of honor.
Okay.
So tell me, did you kill them?
If I did kill them, why would I tell you? You just attacked me.
I seek an answer to a question. What has happened to the missing Karatam? Vengeance is not relevant to this task.
Clive didn't do it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I believe you.
Wow.
If you are not responsible, I waste my time here.
Okay. Find out what happened to a Canary patrol that went missing along the Wounded Coast. Well, before we go talk to the Arishok, let's go see how things have changed in the docks in the last 3 years. Doesn't look like much, you guys. I think there'd be at least a few more structures, buildings, maybe a new coat of paint somewhere, but no. That's another thing that I wish they did in this game, is I wish they made more of an effort to make the made it look like time passed in these areas.
Walk in peace.
Because they made some subtle changes, but I don't think it's nearly enough. You know, it doesn't feel like it's been 3 years. But, meh.
Kirk Walling, what it used to be.
It's okay.
That's good for something, I guess.
I hopefully Inquisition will be better about things like that. Not that I think that Inquisition spans. I wonder, does Inquisition span? They never specified if it's going to span.
How are you so successful with men? You're not that pretty.
Oh.
Cast a wide enough net and you're bound to catch something.
At least you're willing to admit it.
Trust me. I've heard, "Get away from me, you pirate hag," more times than I care to count.
Oh.
Doesn't that bother you?
Why should it? They don't know me. I know me.
It's good to see that there's a little bit of humility with Isabella. Like, she doesn't think that she's necessarily the most attractive thing on Earth, so that's kind of neat. They never actually specified how much of a time span Inquisition lasts for. I don't think it'll last for 10 years or 7 years like it does with this game. But we'll see. Seb?
Let's go.
All right.
I'm with you.
Thank you, Aveline.
If anyone tries to sell you clams, just say no. The last time I had clams in the docks, I was sick for a
Oh,
week.
but I love shellfish. I'm a big fan of clams and mussels. Well, especially certain types of muscles. But
Valryo, Rivane, you name it, we deliver. Best rates in Kirkwall.
oh, okay.
Feel free to look at my merchandise, if you've the coin.
Thank you, Shady Markmere.
In the market for something special, friend?
Well, how special are we talking here? Armored Swede coat. Ooh, this is for Varric. Metal panels have been sewed into a leather harness in this coat's lining. Ooh. Nice. Yeah, let's take this. Antique Tevinter chestplate. The elves of Tevinter are an oddity in Thedas. The majority of them are slaves accorded even fewer rights than elves sequestered in an alienage, yet only in Tevinter does one see groups of armed and armored elves freely walking a city street. This is for Fenris. And ooh, formulas. Let's take these. Tar bomb, death root toxin, just in case, and sell this junk. There we go. Okay. Nice. Let's see what else we got. Death root toxin. Excuse me.
A girl like you out of Rivane.
I'm sorry, I don't speak never get sex again.
Didn't he?
Andraste's grace be with you.
Didn't that guy say that to Isabella last time? And more than once, may I point out. Alright.
When are we taking the greenhorn to the Rose?
You two go ahead. I don't want to make a small man look smaller.
One up on you, I'll give him that.
The alienage is dirty, crowded, and full of awful elven diseases. Ugh.
You from the south? Got that wide-eyed look.
Okay. What else we got? Nothing this way. No crates. No nothing. Alright. Let's go.
Look at all the elves.
If you're here about a shipment, that's the overseer. I just lift and carry.
That's another Markmere. Are all the elves? There's so many Markmere elves.
You sure you don't want a little extra for your retirement fund, Captain?
That stopped with Jevon, as did your extra shipments.
Good on you, Aveline. Way to
I
set.
can, and I have.
Way to set the standard. Okay. I didn't get to hear what that guy retorted because he walked away while having a conversation. How rude is that? Ah, okay. Crate here. Woven bracelet. Alright. I think that's it. What are you guys doing here? Nothing, I guess. Alright. Let's go over to the Arishok.
Did you? Border sports. You left us drifting.
Yes, good times, wasn't it? Keep walking, Hawke.
Izzy. What? Oh, Isabella's staying behind.
Hey, I think I knew that man back in Antiva. Bye.
Yeah. Izzy, why do you not want to go see the Arishok? Ever. Alright, if Shezzy doesn't want to come with... I mean, it makes sense to bring Fenris with us because he can speak Kunari, apparently. Might as well bring him along.
We're allowed Basra until the Arishok otherwise.
Alright. You guys definitely do not look like you've moved from this spot in 3 years. The Enigma of Kirkwall. A master mason made a comment that set my mind afire. She said that of all the cities she's worked in, Kirkwall was the most difficult, and that the city is almost literally a maze. Yeah, I've pretty much noticed that. Recollecting my first years in Kirkwall, I have to agree. Getting lost was commonplace. The city was a sprawling mess. The mason showed me a plan of the city, and my heart skipped a beat. There were patterns in the intersections, back alleys, and boulevards. Some magisters believed in the power of symbols or shapes. In the oldest parts of the city, one can make out the outlines of glyphs in the very streets. What manner of magic is this? Underneath a cobblestone with curious markings and signed the Band of Three. Hey, the Band of Three. I found another one of those here before. Alright, big guy.
Sirrah Hawke.
Arishok.
Yes? Last we met, I did not know your name. Did not care to. You have changed your fortune over the years. The Qunari have not. I offer a courtesy, Hawke. Someone has stolen what he thinks is the formula for Gatlok.
I heard that in the bar.
You will want to hunt him.
Excuse me, but this sounds like quite the feat.
It was allowed. The stolen formula was a decoy. Saar-qamek, a poison gas, not explosives. A small amount is dangerous enough to your kind, but if made in quantity, perhaps by someone intending to sell it.
That merchant, Javaris.
Would he be cautious? Or would he assume success and make enough to threaten a district? A courtesy, Hawke. You will want to hunt him.
Wow. Well, thank you, Mr. High Qunari, sir.
So, how dangerous does this fake mixture become?
It is not a threat to Qunari. For your kind, it is as dangerous as those who breathe it.
No riddles, please.
The gas kills, but first it turns allies against their own in blind rage. So, the greater the skill of those sent against us, the more dangerous they become to their own people.
And you thought this was a good idea?
It is no longer our problem.
Interesting. That actually sounds pretty effective.
It took Javaris long enough to come up with this. Are you sure it was him?
Others have asked for the Gatlok, but only he chose to delude himself beyond know. Is 3 years so long to a hateful fool? I have no way of understanding such weakness. His crime seems obvious. Further evidence could be the deaths of many. I wouldn't wait.
So, you just leave the decoy laying around?
We did not make it easy. 3 Qunari died defending it. Enough to impart a sense of worth.
Interesting.
If the real formula were at risk, the Qun would demand that we protect it to the last of us.
Wow. So they had people dedicated to protecting this fake... Wow. It's actually pretty clever. Although, you know, kind of stinks for the 3 Qunari that died for it.
You made your hate for this city clear 3 years ago. Why give me this warning?
I don't call anyone in Kirkwall an ally or even a good rival. But you have shown competence. The day comes when the Qun will demand an accounting. Until then, I will show respect to the most promising among you.
Can't say I appreciate being saddled with this mess.
Your thief set this in motion, not us. I was tempted to let it come to its expected end. Panahedon, Hawke. I do not hope you die.
So, hunting a thief. Asking at the coterie would be a good bet.
I do not hope you die. Thanks, Arishok, I guess.
You waste time. The dwarf and his theft have caused a very real threat to your city.
Alright.
I appreciate you bringing this to me.
I have long thought this city would destroy itself. This would only hasten the inevitable. Panahedon, Hawke. I do not hope you die.
Alright. He looks so much larger, like, when you go up to him, like, I thought, when you're talking to him, he looks so much larger than he is. But when you walk right up to him, he's not, well, I'm sure when he stands up, he'll look a lot taller, but the camera angle, you know, just made him look a lot more massive than he actually was. Alright, Fenris, I'm sorry to do this, but I want Izzy back. You had your turn last video, so I want to give Izzy a little more screen time. Alright, Black Powder Courtesy, Darktown. Alright, let's go back here. We were just here, but it's okay.
All right. Let's just get this over with.
A duel?
No, the sermon. The finger-wagging, the guilt trips. Telling me how an unexamined life isn't worth living.
I wasn't going to...
You weren't? You weren't going to tell me to comfort the needy and give freely of myself?
From what I hear, you already give yourself quite freely.
Ooh, you got me there.
Nice. Well done, Seb. Okay,